Okay, we got one more step to do on this boot. I almost forgot about it. Is you want to take a piece of electrical tape. It's 1/4 of an inch by 2 inches, and this thick part here, the part that actually hits the actuator switch, we're going to want to put a piece of tape on that as well. The reason is, since the throw is shorter, this actually barely hits the switches. So putting this piece of tape on there will give it just, believe it or not, it doesn't seem like it's much, but actually gives it just enough thickness to hit those actuators. And you just want to wrap that around the edge here, like so. And if it's too long, just take a pair of scissors and kind of guess at where you think it's gonna need to be cut and give it a cut. There. Alright. So now you just go around the edges. So now you have the tape around this edge, and you have the tape around this edge. I almost forgot about it. It has a hard time hitting the switches if you don't put just that one piece of tape around it. And if you put it all back together, you won't have any problems. So I added this step in after the fact, after I got everything together, and I realized that I forgot to do that. So you're going to want to do that too, and that's pretty easy. Like I said, it's 1/4 of an inch. You know, it's the same length here, and it's 2 inches long, and you might need to trim it a little bit, but that's that for the boot. Okay, just make sure if you take this all apart that the washer, you don't lose it, that the washer goes back here. And okay, alright, oh, don't worry about that in a second. So obviously the part where the ball top goes in first, and this piece here, the little swivel, goes right there first before you put it through. Like that. That keeps everything smooth. And then the next piece is on the other side. You have to put the washer in its place. You need, I call it the hat facing towards you, because the spring sits on it. I'm only using one spring at the moment. I'd actually like that better than 2 springs, but like I said, you can use 2 springs if you'd like. Got the modified boot. Put that on, and now the E-clip. Put on as much as I can, and then I'm going to have to use something like this too, if it goes on there. And if it's that tough to get on, it's actually good. You don't want the clip to be too loose, because it'll actually come off, and you don't want that to happen to you. Alright, so we got that on there. So next thing we need is the micro switch. So we're going to hold, let's see, okay, that's on. The gate, if you're using the normal gate, or if not, I'm using the octagon gate. We're going to put that on. Make sure these little prongs are sticking out. Okay. So that's it. So it's back together. Like I said, depending on what you want, you could have the extra spring in there, and then this is going to be a lot stiffer when you move in your directions. I actually just opted to do the boot taping, so it doesn't have to go nearly as far to complete its motion, or actually to hit the gate. So
It's a nice little addition, and it's pretty easy to do. And everybody's got some electrical tape. If you don't, you can get it for like $2. So that's that. I'm going to put this in the Mad Cat stick now, which will be the next thing. And then I'll go over how to put on the bat top if that's what you got. If it's not a bat top, you're just putting the regular thing on.